Hey, BioE 131, this is module 18, I think. This is Russ. Now we're just going to look at a couple of fun little sentences, and we're going to dissect them to give you a flavor of how fun copy editing can be. So Harriet Miers was a nominee during the Bush administration to the Supreme Court, and she was not confirmed. But during her process of being examined, a lot of people discussed how many of her writings were crazy. Not in terms of the views being espoused, which may well have been crazy as well, but just in the quality of the writing being unbelievably, in some cases, bad. So here's two of my favorite sentences that were written. And let's remember, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe these were drafts. They never should have gotten into the public domain. If you write this as a draft, fine. Just don't hand it in. Okay, let's read the first one. In fact, let's have the computer read the first one.
More and more, the intractable problems in our society have one answer: broad-based intolerance of unacceptable conditions and a commitment by many to fix problems.
What is she trying to say there? So this would have been fun if we were all in a room together. We could have people raise their hands. Couple of points. More and more. I love hating that. So I don't know what more and more. I think she means increasingly. Like, I think that's what it means. Like, but she's talking about intractable problems in our society have one answer. So that doesn't seem like a dynamic thing. That seems like a static thing. Like, intractable problems in our society have one answer. It's not like increasingly they have one answer. It's like they just have one answer. So it's not necessary. The second thing, just love this quote, is that she says one answer, and then what's the one thing you would expect to see after the colon after the word answer? It's one thing. But she unfortunately says two things: broad-based intolerance and a commitment by anything. So one thing, one answer can't have two parts. One answer can't have two things. Need to have one. So also right off the bat. Now, next, let's just think about that first part before the colon. Intractable problems. Anybody know what intractable means? Intractable means there is no answer. So don't say it's an intractable problem. You have to say apparently intractable, or how about just difficult, right? So intractable problems don't have an answer. So sorry, not even more and more, less and less, none of it, no answer. So is no answer intractable? There is no answer. So don't tell me about answer. So okay, fine. We have something like difficult problems in our society have an answer or have a solution. Broad-based intolerance of unacceptable conditions. I think broad-based it's not even a $50 word. It's just a stupid, it's not a good word. So I think she means a general awareness that conditions are bad, right? That's what she means. If it's a difficult problem, first you have to identify and agree that it's that there is a problem. I didn't mean to yell there. That was just all caps. That's the first part. And a commitment by many to fix problems. So, difficult problems in our society require a commitment to fix problems. And that is the answer. So, commitment to fix problems is not a useful guide to solving a difficult problem. I agree. You could say, no, you need to be committed, because if you're not committed, it's never going to be solved. Fair enough. But she was really setting us up like, this is one answer. And if we want to do this, these are not just difficult, they're intractable. and you have to be committed. So kind of not, as they say, that juice is not worth the squeeze. Okay, so I think what she's saying, to be as generous as possible, is difficult problems can only be solved if we all recognize the problem and commit to solving it. Not profound, but it's like, okay, that's could be what she means. I actually think that's enough. I had another sentence. We might do this in class. You get the idea. Super detailed analysis of every word with first a focus on clarity and logic, and then word choice and condensation. That's it. There you have writing. I think this has been enough modules. So let's stop the modules and we'll talk about it in class. Thank you.